Hey guys, today I am going to explain to you the topic from engineering mechanics, that is friction. These are all the topics in friction that I am going to cover. I am going to cover the numerical problems that are asked in almost all universities. Let me start with the type of friction and limiting friction. In the different types of friction that we have are static friction, kinetic and dynamic friction, and rolling friction. Let us first understand static friction, kinetic or dynamic friction. Let us take a body which is stationary. So if a person tries to push that body, he finds it difficult to push as an opposing force immediately starts acting. This opposing force is the frictional force, which is also known as the static frictional force. This force has to be overcome before it starts moving. Thus, a greater force is required. Let us imagine two persons pushing this body to overcome this force, and the body is set into motion. The kinetic force of friction, which is lesser than the static frictional force. Now we have got rolling friction. Let us consider a car which has got wheels. The car starts moving and rolling friction comes into force, which is lesser. Let us plot a graph of pulling force versus frictional force. In the x-axis, we have a pulling force, and the y-axis, we have the frictional force. Let us imagine that the body is stationary, so huge force is required to overcome the static force, and the highest point, that is the limiting friction. At this point, the body's frictional force, static frictional force is overcome, and the frictional force reduces, and the body is set into its motion, which is stable. Here we have kinetic friction or dynamic friction, which is much lesser than the static friction. In the next video, I am going to explain to you the laws of friction and coefficient of friction. Please subscribe to my channel and please ring the bell so that I can come back to you with my next video.